Well, good afternoon, guys. Thank you very much for being here today. I appreciate your time. Well, fall has come, and the season of pumpkin spice and apple pie is upon us. I don't know about you guys, but my family absolutely loves apple pie. And what better way to end a cool evening on a fall night than a baked apple pie? So, stick with me, and I'll show you how I do it. First things first, let's get our poaching liquid on. This is just about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a little bit of vanilla, and a hair of salt. Simply put, it's time to peel your apple. Just dice it up in there. No need to core it in this case. Add just a little bit of water, just enough so it doesn't burn. I'd say a 1/4 cup, thereabouts. Alright, let's let that simmer. Okay, for our dough mix, we have about 3/4 cup all-purpose flour, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and we are going to add about a 1/4 cup of cold unsalted butter and a little bit of water, as cold as you can get it. Before we start cutting up the butter, I am going to go ahead and grease these mini pie pans. These are actually egg poaching containers that came with some appliance that my wife got for cooking. I don't know, but she doesn't use them, so I kind of took them over. Now, in a normal kitchen, you would use a food processor for this. But being out in the woods, we'll just have to put a little bit of elbow grease into this. Now guys, like I said, we're in the woods. We don't have access to a food processor to make this easier and to actually get the fine product like we want for a normal pie pastry. Probably going to end up using just a little bit more water than you would normally do. As far as the end product goes, it doesn't really affect the flavor that much. It does affect how it cooks a little bit. You do end up with a stickier type dough than you would for a normal pie pastry. And you'll be able to tell as you're working it around the rim of your cooking container how much dough you need. You want it to be thin, but not so thin that you can see the container beneath. Alright guys, we just finished our pie pastry. Time to check on our filling. And we are just about there. So, let's go ahead and take this off the heat. Just let it stew for a little while in its own heat and get our improvised oven set up. Today for an improvised oven, we're going to use a Pathfinder bush pot and the ash plate for a 5-inch firebox stove. Just set that in there. Creates a nice shelf. Now today I'm using a Firebox Nano Generation 2 as far as the stove goes, with a Trangia alcohol stove. I just got this Trangia. Basically, this is the first time I've cooked with it. I'm just trying it out, so I can't give you an exact cooking time on this. Go ahead and check on our pastry here. Looking pretty good. Now, we just simply scoop in our filling mix. I like to be generous. It does bubble over if you are too generous, but in the baking process it makes it nice and gooey, and my kids like it that way. So a little too much there, that top pastry won't seat very well. Get some of the liquid, pour it in there, and just take some of your leftover dough and spread it on the top. Alright, do the others, and back in the oven we go. Alright guys, that should just about do it. Let's go ahead and take this off the heat. Bad. I'm just going to take a small bite here, because honestly I'm not a huge fan of apple pie, but my kids are, and I made this for them. That tastes like apple pie, and I gotta be honest, I like it. Well guys, thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, would you go ahead and do me a favor and hit that like button? It does actually help me out quite a bit. Now, if you enjoy camp cooking videos and just sharing recipes with other folks, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. I have lots of cooking videos on my channel already, and there's lots of future videos to come. And as always, please go ahead and hit up that comment section as well. I enjoy the feedback, I enjoy the discussion, I enjoy the questions, and I honestly enjoy learning from you guys as you see what I do that maybe you have a better idea of how to do it. So anyway, hit up the comment section, let me know what you think. And guys, as always, I will see you next time.